bikes. Moved into an apartment here now. Last time I was in that garage, that was my parents' house. So we made it out to the city, but unfortunately I haven't really been riding as much now that I have like adult things that I have to do on my own, to be perfectly honest. And the trails are just about half an hour further away, so they're probably about an hour. So I kind of got to make like a day out of it if I'm gonna go. So I haven't really been going, but here is the Axum and here is Giordano. Here's my puppy. And then over here, here's the Surf Quiver. So I have the 6.6. This is actually for sale right now. Then I have a 7, an 8. This is an 8.0 NSP. And then I have a 7 soft top by a company called Van Hunks. The 6.5, right now for me, it's pretty much the sweet spot, the smallest board I can run. I don't really like doing anything smaller because it's just too much work for the little waves over here. The 8 right here, because it's so thin, you can see compared to this one even, it's in a lot of places it's thinner than this guy. That this one really feels more like a 7. This 7 definitely has more float than this 8. So mostly just been surfing recently. I'm pretty close to the beaches on the Gulf here, so haven't really been biking as much. Here my snowboard in this bag, all that stuff. So hopefully I'll get back with the mountain biking stuff soon when things calm down. Here's my messy kitchen here, but yeah, been surfing, been raising this little guy. This is Alpine. He just turned 8 months old. He's an Australian Shepherd. He's a fun little guy. I'm gonna just answer some quick questions with Alpine. I live in a studio apartment, and this is an Australian Shepherd. So you might think that those things are mutually exclusive. And people ask, would I recommend it? It's not like I would not recommend doing it, but it definitely poses some different challenges. And I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it really is, but it really isn't too bad. You just kind of have to get used to them, plan when you're going to run them, and plan when you're going to do stuff, and make sure you do your training. This guy's a bit more calm than other Aussies, I think. Sometimes he can get startled and he's a little shy, but I was a little shy when I was younger, so I know how that is. And I'm taking care of him. Right now, here's some dogs out there, so he's trying to look down, and I let him go on the couch here because, it's not a huge place. It's about 400 square feet. I think maybe a little bit less here. Yeah, so studio apartment, definitely doable. His coat is just starting to come in. It's really shiny compared to other Aussies. You can remember I was looking, trying to see how long the coat should be. This is 8 months old. Hey, what are you? Come on. He's a black tri-Aussie with blue eyes. So yeah, like I said, he's got blue eyes. They're pretty white, but the insides are pretty blue. You really get on a schedule when you get a dog. I'd never really raised a dog myself before. They really like to be on schedules. This guy doesn't really, he's pretty good. If I need to do something else, he's fine doing that as well. It's just when I don't stick to his schedule and don't run him enough that he gets a little anxious. He'll kind of bark at other dogs, or maybe be nervous around some people. And I notice when I let him run at a dog park and do stuff, then he can be more relaxed around other people. He's pretty tired right now because he just got to go to the dog beach, and we did that little off-roading thing. And then we also took him to visit one of my friends, and he got to play in the backyard and run his little heart out. So He's a sleepy little guy, but. So if you're thinking about getting your first dog, these are some things that you really want to consider. One was, if you live in an apartment, be prepared to talk to a lot of your neighbors, especially the ones with dogs, because their dogs will want to sniff yours, and same with your dog will probably want to sniff theirs. So you're definitely going to up your social game and probably meet a lot of people. So if you move to a new city, don't really know many people, just get a dog. You're going to meet everyone around you, whether you really want to or not. And then the second thing is, if you're single like me and you meet someone that you think you like in your apartment, just don't even think about take them out or do anything, because if it goes bad, then it's awkward, and you got a dog that you got to take out all the time, and you're going to see them all the time. And you don't want to be having to change your routes, or like think about the times you're leaving or coming and going in your apartment, especially if you work from home and you're really there a lot of the time. Definitely, I'd say it's no-go. Maybe that's a no-brainer, but that's something that I ran into. Mr. Alpine is just getting so sleepy here. You want to have your arsenal of toys ready. You gotta have your bones, like chew things ready. Just have them all around. Start the potty training right away. Start the leash training as soon as you get them. I went to a field and just did the leash training right away, and they learn pretty quickly. With the crate, I keep it right by my bed. It's in the closet, so I just leave the closet open and he can see me, and he did so much better compared to like having the crate right here. He didn't know where I was, and he would cry all the night. So yeah. So the next thing is, when you get, especially in Aussie, and you live in, say, Florida or like a warm state, they kind of just like, it seems they just shed throughout the whole year. Never like a ton of hair, but just like a consistent small amount of shedding. I've had him since about 3 months old, and now he's about 8 months old. I guess he was almost about 4 months when I got him. It just seemed to kind of increase the amount of shedding as his coat has come in longer. You can see it's like slick hair, and it's mostly black hair, so you don't see it a ton unless you look closely. But the thing is, if you walk around barefoot or with socks on, when you take the socks off or you go in the shower, hair is just stuck to your feet, and it's really gross. So get a really good vacuum. This is my old vacuum here. It's a corded vacuum. It's got a lot of power. It really sucks. But I got a new one. I'll show it to you guys really quick. But this is, what's the brand? It's called Wow Go. That might be backwards because I'm in selfie mode. It's pretty much just a rip-off of a Dyson. So this thing's like $150 on Amazon. It's got like 5,000 reviews. So I would say recommend going for it. You can take this tube out, you can remove it, or you can extend it so it's higher up, and then you can use it to vacuum a car or whatever you want, get the cracks to your apartment. But what I've realized is just like the nooks and crannies just get full of the tumbleweeds. Like in here where the surfboards are, there'll just be little, tumbleweeds of hair. It's just kind of gross. It's just, no matter what, you can't get rid of all the hair. So be ready to have the hair around, and just seems like almost once a day. Those robot vacuums are great. I just don't have a big enough space that I don't think it's worth it. I can hit the whole apartment here in like 5 minutes, so it's pretty easy. But if you work from home, know that they're going to be very dependent on you and very connected to you, which for a lot of people that's great, and that's good for me. I really like it. But also, if you need to go somewhere, do something where he can't go, he might be a little anxious when he's not around you. So you have to train him to be good on his own. So, give him Kong when you leave, so he has something to do, and he's not just waiting there for you to come back like you're the whole world. Because when you train them and you get them and you're just showing them your whole life, that's all they really know. So you gotta get them used to that early on, especially living in a small apartment for them. more so than I think like a house where the dog can like run in and out and like do their own thing and have fun. When you're in a studio, it's like the studio is like your little den. It's not like the most fun spot for like an Aussie to hang out. So you gotta really, you know, get your shit together and like get up, run them in the morning, or like get out, get a good walk in. And then if you got a dog park at lunch, that's what I like to do, go to dog park, or maybe after work go to the dog park so they can get all that stuff out. But yeah, if you've watched this far, congrats to you. I tip my hat. I'm gonna try to make like some vlogs, but I just want to kind of throw something together and like update people on what I've been doing. To my 50, 60 subscribers that I have, thank you all. You know, I'm gonna try to make it, spice it up, make it even better in the future, and get back to mountain biking. Maybe get some surf vlogs, and you know, give me a like if you enjoyed this kind of content. If you think it sucked, you think you knew a better way that I could do this stuff, let me know. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye.